is our Neighbors Night Out Luau. We try to have a different theme every year, and this year we did Hawaiian, and everybody at the door got leis and an opportunity to enter their name in a drawing, which we're going to do in just a bit. We have a few prizes.
So the next one is 032.
Ooh! We coordinate National Night Out, or Neighbors Night Out, we called it this year, with our backpack give out. For this event, our staff really pulls together. We have people that did the food running, we had people come in, fill the backpacks. It takes a village to get this done, and our community sponsors this year were City of Littleton employees, our own LHA employees, Norgren employees, and also Heritage High School did a fundraiser and designated money for us this year, so we feel very fortunate. Our school supply drive is called Pack the Backpacks. All of the backpacks are for our students in public housing, grades K through 12. The year I started here, which was 6 years ago, residents were coming in to me looking for resources because a lot of the school supply drives, they have to sign up in May. So I went to my executive director and said, let's do our own school supply drive, and he was very supportive. So we've built on that, I think, from the 30s or 40s to now 102 this year. And every year there's more, and we try to fill them age appropriately, so we do packs for elementary and middle school and high school with different supplies in it. And it just takes a real team to get this done, so we very much appreciate all the people who step up to the plate and help us with either donations of supplies, monetary donations, helping pack the backpacks, counting all the supplies. We do an inventory at the end of the season, and then we see what money we have left to purchase clearance things and pack them away for next year. We have families in housing with 1 up to 7 children, and in this economy and in this day and age, a lot is required for the first day of school. So we're happy that we can take the strain off of some of these families because it's just very costly to send their kids to school. And we love that they can go with a new backpack and new supplies, and sponsors that step up love that they're contributing to that cause too. So we hope to do it every year.
The most exciting day of the year is finally here for ladies who love to shop. It's the Friends of the Library Museum Craft Fair at Kettering Park. But if you want some of this, you're gonna need some of this. Come on, let's go.
This is the 40th annual Friends of the Littleton Library and Museum Craft Fair. We're out here in Kettering Park. It's been a community institution for the last 4 decades, and it takes a huge amount of volunteer effort, staff effort to put this together. 300 vendors, 9 concessionaires, and usually 10 or 15,000 of our closest friends and neighbors out to do some shopping.
I've been a potter for about 15 years. So my work is functional pottery. It's functional. I love to eat on pretty dishes, and so I think everybody should.
I discovered beaded jewelry back in the 80s. I used to be a quilter, and when I found the beads and started making earrings and selling them with my quilted wearables, it just took off. And I went from that to a full-time jewelry designer and did shows all over the country, the major gift shows, and used to do 40 shows a year. Now I'm semi-retired, and this is my only show.
This is the Naked Raku, where you just apply a lot of wet clay, and you let it dry, and then you put it in the kiln. And then wherever it dries, it cracks, and then you put it in the trash can with newspaper, start it on fire, and then wherever it's cracked, it carbons. That's what that is.
This is the largest annual fundraiser for the Friends of the Library and Museum. Every year it brings in between $30,000 and $35,000 to that organization, which is then granted back to the Library and Museum to provide public programming for the citizens of Littleton.
This is my first year at this show. I have teenage children, so I've been really busy with them. So now I'm starting to make a run at the arts and going for this. This is a great show though. tons of people come here, so I wanted to be a part of it.
This craft fair is special because it's all handcrafted. The staff does a really great job of jurying each vendor and making sure that it's not full of a lot of commercial product.
This is the only place that I have my craft show, and I do really well here.
Beautiful weather as usual. The board members always get together and do a little weather dance right before the event. This year they came through again. Supposed to be somewhere in the 80s today. First weekend in October, always good weather. I would imagine this year again will probably be somewhere between 15,000 and 18,000 people. That tends to be the number as long as the weather is good that come out. It's the biggest craft fair in the Metro Denver area, and it tends to bring in the biggest crowd of shoppers.
And there's only one place, one time of year, where you can get the most delicious treat known to man. Taco in a bag.
We had the 3rd annual Zombie Crawl and Pig Roast. It's sponsored by the HDLM and Scared.com, which is all the haunted houses in Denver.
So what did these zombies do today?
Well, she's doing a pretty good job. They're just looking for something to eat. They come down all the way down Main Street from Woodlawn Shopping Center into the downtown area. They walk all around, just have a great show, and then when they're done, they get to come feast on a pig.
The Monster Mash. It was a graveyard smash. He did the mash. It caught on in a flash. He did the mash.
So this car I put together as kind of a tribute to Resident Evil from Umbrella Corporation, the evil company that started the whole zombie outbreak.
Came from their humble abode to get a jolt from my electrode. They did the mash. They did the Monster Mash. The Monster Mash. It was a graveyard smash. They did the mash. It caught on in a flash. They did the mash. They did the Monster Mash. The zombies were having fun. The party had just begun. The guests included Wolfman.
You know, it's just fun. Look at the families. Moms and dads are here with their kids. I saw one little kid going around dragging a hand, sucking on the thumb. What a great way to nurse them.
Were about to arrive with their vocal group, the Crypt Kicker Five. They played the mash. They played the Monster Mash. The Monster Mash.
On behalf of the City of Littleton, I would like to thank all the volunteers that came out and spent their mornings digging holes and planting and mulching trees. Certainly your efforts will be appreciated for years and years and years.
Well, I tell you, I love it. Anytime I can help, I do, and the same with so many other wonderful people. That's what makes this community so special. Since about 8 o'clock, we've been learning how to plant trees. We got wonderful instruction of all stages of planting. And then we've had about 50 volunteers helping South Suburban plant these trees.
I learned that you have to make the hole really deep, and that you have to make the hole as wide, 2 times as wide as the bucket that it comes in.
If some of these old trees die, we can, these trees right now can be growing up and we can have enough oxygen to breathe.
We learned about how to plant trees and how the fence says we protect the trees from bee foes.
This morning we planted about 10 different varieties from bur oak to Kentucky coffee tree and quite a few others.
On behalf of the Great Outdoors Colorado Board, I want to congratulate Arapahoe County, the City of Littleton, the South Suburban Parks and Recreation District, and the Foundation on the completion of the East Bank Trail of the Mary Carter Greenway.
This East Bank Trail is sort of the final hurrah for the South Platte Working Group. And this trail started, I think, August or July. It's the last of the $27 million that went for this project. So we're very, very pleased that we can put the final icing on the cake on this project.
Creating the South Platte Working Group, and it was really a magical team. What it did was it shifted resources from the eastern side of the county to the western side. It added tremendous ability to leverage money, because let's face it, GOCO, who's been such a great partner and given us a lot of money for our projects, they wouldn't have paid attention to one entity or one project. They just weren't going to. It took 20 projects and all of us agreeing that we were going to create an urban oasis along the South Platte River corridor to be able to leverage the $5.2 million that we received from GOCO.
The progress that's being made by the South Platte Working Group on its vision for the South Platte River Corridor is impressive. Making a river corridor the best asset it can be in an urban area is no easy feat.
We've preserved over 45 acres worth of open space, and those include many of the areas that have been in the works for years. The Inzer Buffer, Oxbow Wetlands, Lee Gulch, or the Orphan Property, the Murray Property, Big Dry Creek. We've built 8 ped bike bridges like this one. Bear Creek, Oxford, Dartmouth, Broadway, Lehigh, Sheridan, River Point, Slaughterhouse, Gulch, and Big Dry Creek. And we've connected numerous feeder trails to the Mary Carter Greenway.
The Ackerman project, which is another purchase that was made that Susan talked about, is just south of Bellevue, and it's just west of the Platte River, and it's actually a trailhead. We have renamed it the West Bellevue Trailhead, so it will provide East Bank parking. There's a rest area up there.
The West Bellevue Trailhead is giving people really good access that didn't have it before to the South Platte Park trails. And so people can get really good access from Bellevue, whether they're biking or in a car.
We can build all these trails, but if we don't connect them and create good access to them, then they aren't used.
It's beautiful. It's fabulous. It's in pristine condition, of course, and the landscaping looks like it's going to be lovely.
I really noticed the beautiful underpasses underneath the roads that were very pretty and easy to ride.
At the end of the day, everything that we do is for the citizens, and I think we all need to also appreciate that it is because of their contributions and their tax dollars that we get to do this. This has been a great event with great volunteers, great partnerships, working together to build incredible recreational amenities for our residents, and I give all of you a great deal of thanks and some applause to you. Thank you.